What's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be doing a foundation review. Y'all know I normally love my Dior Skin Forever foundation, and that love has not changed, don't get it twisted. However, that foundation is also really expensive, so I'm always on the hunt for a really good drugstore foundation that is going to give you the same type of quality and coverage as the Dior Skin would, but at a much cheaper cost. So I was at Shoppers Drug Mart the other day, and Shoppers Drug Mart is a local drugstore here in Canada, and I came across this new foundation here from CoverGirl. It is called the CoverGirl GIRL Elixir foundation. Maybe this foundation is new to some of you and it might be old to some others, but this is brand new to me. It was on a brand new display at Shoppers Drug Mart, so I decided to pick one up and give it a whirl. So if you are interested in finding out what this foundation review is going to entail, make sure you keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And don't forget to also enter my 500 subscriber giveaway. I tried to do a little bit of research on CoverGirl's website about this foundation, but I couldn't find anything, which is really shocking. They actually have this foundation listed, but there wasn't any details around it. So I had to do a little more digging, and I discovered that this does have a vitamin complex in it. It's meant to be hydrating but also control sebum, so it is supposed to be a matte foundation as well that has SPF 20 and that can be full coverage. Now, a lot of the reviews that I read state that it is medium to buildable full coverage, so we're gonna put that to the test. This is also oil free, it says so on the back here, but what I find most hilarious is that it also says that this is made in the US with foreign parts. Not sure what that means, if that's the packaging or if that's the actual product. I don't know. I bought the shade Classic Ivory. What I noticed is that this foundation didn't have a huge color range, which I always have a bit of a problem with, and a lot of the lighter or paler shades had a very strong yellow undertone. So there wasn't a lot of shades that had sort of a pink undertone or more of a neutral undertone, which was a little tough to match, especially since I didn't really have a tester to match myself with. So I did the best I could, and that's why I chose Classic Ivory, and I feel like this might actually be a little bit dark, but we'll find out when I put this on my skin. Let's talk about packaging really quickly. So the foundation itself is in a glass jar, which I like. It's a pump, which is also a thumbs up, and then this cover here is plastic. Just pop that off and then you're ready to go. So pretty standard. I am going to apply this to my face. So I've already got some moisturizer on. I've got my primer on as well because I use a primer with all of my foundations, and I feel like in order to give this one a really good go, I should give it the same support that I give all of my other foundations. To apply this foundation, I will be using a beauty blender. I absolutely love this little sponge here. I use it for all of my makeup applications, so again, I want to keep the playing field as level as possible. I'm going to take a couple of pumps of this. There we go. Twist to open. I'm going to take a couple of pumps of this foundation onto the back of my hand, just like so. And it does seem to be a bit of a thicker consistency, which actually gives me hope that this is full coverage. And I'm going to take a little bit onto the back of my beauty blender and just start dabbing it on my face. On the website, it did say to start from the inner part of your face and blend outwards. So that's what I'm going to try and do. This has a fragrance to it. What does it smell like? Like cucumber? I don't know. It's like a very fresh and vegetable-y smell. Yeah, it's not floral, but it definitely has a scent to it, which can usually do without scents for foundation, but it's okay. We'll roll with it. So there is one coat of foundation on this side of my face. It blended out really nicely, didn't give me any issues. It covered up most of my redness, but I wouldn't quite call it full coverage because I still do see a little bit of redness peeking through. I can see my little honker that's growing back here. That's still peeking out. But overall, it did smooth out my skin tone. Didn't cling to any dry patches, which is a huge thumbs up. It does feel a little bit tacky to the touch, so not sort of a soft powder finish, but I will be powdering all of this down afterwards and I think it'll all settle, but for now it does feel a little bit tacky. I am going to try to build this side up once I finish covering this side, so just give me 1 second. Foundation is now on both sides of my face, and like the first application, this side also seemed to blend out really, really well. I also think that this color is the perfect match for me. My fingers are crossed that this doesn't oxidize. Now I do still see some redness peeking through around my cheeks and my nose area here, which is typically normal for me. I do have a little bit of rosacea here, so it's bound to come creeping out, especially since I didn't put my Bye Bye redness underneath. But what I'm gonna do is try building up this foundation to a bit of a fuller coverage. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more onto the back of my hand and go back in with my beauty blender just around these areas here in this problem area back there. That actually built up really, really nicely. A lot of the redness that was still peeking through is now covered up, which is amazing. Overall, I think it looks really, really good. Everything went on smooth, blended out nicely. It just has that scent to it, which I'm not a really big fan of, but it's not a deal breaker. I can still work through it. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit closer so you guys can take a look at what's going on. There you have it, a close-up of the foundation. I think it looks pretty good, honestly. No complaints so far. I am going to put on the rest of my face and we'll see how well this foundation plays with some of the other products that I have. The rest of my face is now on, and I've got to say that all of my products played really well with this foundation. Everything seemed to blend out smoothly. Oh my god. Everything blended and nothing went on patchy. It all looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go about my day. I've got a few errands that I need to run, a little bit more, that didn't sound right. A little more filming to do later on, as well as some editing, but I will bring you along for the ride and check in with you whenever I can. So I will see you in just a little bit. I just came downstairs and look who I found. Everybody's favorite person, Mama Bear. Mama, I wanted to ask you, how does my makeup look?
Nice.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
What do you think of the foundation? It doesn't, okay, so Mom's saying that it looks seamless, it looks like it's my skin.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Mama's approval. Thank God.
Bye-bye.
Ooh, child, here we are. I've been running errands like a mad woman. I'm finally back home. I have to sit down and do a little more filming, but I thought I would check in with you guys first. So here is what all this goodness looks like. I am really enjoying this foundation. I'm looking at the viewfinder right now, and honestly, it looks really good. I have zero complaints so far. There does seem to have been a little bit of foundation movement around where my glass pads sit on my nose, but outside of that, the foundation is looking pretty good. It doesn't look patchy even though I've been out in the rain, and the best part is this foundation has not oxidized that much on me. It went a little bit darker, but very little, so minor that you wouldn't really be able to tell unless you were right up in my face checking it out. I am really enjoying this so far, so I'm gonna check back in with you guys in just a little bit because I got some more stuff to do. Guys, I went to Cinnabon and I picked up a couple of Cinnabuns for myself, Mom, and Dad because I just felt like it, and oh, I can't wait to just keep eating this. It's so yummy, so yummy. Hey guys, this is the final check-in. It's been a day. I actually ran out to Square One in Mississauga, so one of the malls here close to where I live, and I went to the NYX store because I wanted to pick up a couple of goodies for a tutorial that I'm going to be filming a little bit later on, my RuPaul inspired mermaid eye, which I absolutely love. So I did pick up these products right here, a couple of yellow shadows because I couldn't quite figure out which yellow was going to work best. And I also got the shadow stick here, the full throttle stick. And this one here is also in a yellow shade. So I don't know, we'll try both out and see what works. And I wanted to pick up a lot more of the duochrome. Why are you not focusing? These duochromatic, I guess blushes or highlighters, illuminating powders. But I couldn't find any more in store, so I may have to order online. Most of what they had was already sold out, so a little unfortunate, but probably better for my wallet at the end of the day. Anyhow, here we are. Let me do my check-in rather than just rambling on. The foundation still looks amazing. We are about 7 hours into wear time, and it looks fantastic. Now, it has separated around the bridge of my nose because of my glasses, but that's normal with most of my foundations, so no big surprise there. I'm not overly greasy either. I haven't touched up all day, which is a big thing for me. I haven't had to blot or anything, and my face still feels like it did when I first applied this foundation. So right now, this is getting a huge thumbs up for me. What a steal. If you are looking to pick up this foundation here from a store in Canada, Walmart has it on for $13.49 or $13.99. I can't quite remember now. And at Shoppers Drug Mart, it is selling for $17.99. I am so happy that the drugstore is coming out with some really great foundations. This is definitely a keeper and one that I hope to experiment with a little more. It's probably going to replace, I think, my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, which is saying a lot because I have been loving that foundation as well. And the best part for this foundation, at least for me, is that it didn't really oxidize. So hopefully you guys can see it is the same color as it was when I first put it on. And that's always a huge concern for me, especially when it comes to drugstore foundations. I find they do tend to oxidize quite a bit. This is one of the reasons why I can't wear the Milani, what is it? The Milani foundation that they came out with, some sort of concealer foundation duo. Plus, none of those shades really match me. I end up looking like a friggin' donkey. It's awful. I'm gonna end the video right there. Thank you again so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And you can also join me on all of my social media. I am on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I'll link everything for you in the description box below. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you are all having an amazing day, no matter where you are in the world. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.